what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Juice, man.
What are you doing down there?
Nothing. Don't. Just taking care of something real quick.
We are joined today by the man, Mr. Brandon Belt. We just got wrapped up with your event here at Sam Rayburn, and it was an excellent turnout, man.
It was a great turnout. I mean, it honestly went better than I could have expected, and I expected it to be pretty good. But man, we pretty much doubled our entries from last year, and I just, for me, that just blew me away. I was so pumped, and just for people to care and show up meant a lot to me. So I was super excited about what happened this weekend, and it gives me a lot of hope for what's coming in the future. And you know, when I started this, you know, I thought that this could be something. You know, we're doing something a little different. We want to try to give more back to the anglers, and I was just hoping it would take off. And, you know, based on this past weekend, it's looking pretty good. So we're just trying to keep it going.
Yeah, I think it was huge what you guys did last year because of, you know, the numbers probably weren't exactly what you expect, which, you know, you never have expectations the first year you're going to do it. Yeah. But the numbers were good, but probably not, you know, numbers to kind of justify the payout that you honored. And a lot of people don't do that. I mean, having a guaranteed payout and doing it anyways when your numbers are kind of below, I think that spoke volumes. And now you got a little validation from that coming back from the anglers and guys that participate. So it's the word's out, man. People know about it, and anybody wants to make a little money in team tournaments, this is definitely the one. And you guys are doing a lot of changes, so we just kind of want to talk about that with you today.
Yeah, and you know, on that too, you know, I'm a competitor. I like to compete. Y'all are the same way, and I wanted to create something where people could go out there and compete against the best. And you know, I think we're getting to that point, and you know, it's been a lot of fun to watch people go out there and compete and be able to give back as much as we have. But yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, you know, it was, you know, it's a business. When you start a business, you got to invest a little bit into it, both with your time and money. And you know, I did that a lot last year. I'm willing to continue doing that. But they're making it a lot easier on me showing up, you know, when you have 140 teams show up to the tournament. But, you know, yeah, I mean, last year we were, you know, you always hope for the best when you do stuff. But, you know, maybe we hoped we got a little bit more. But this year they more than made up for that. And, you know, that's why I said it makes the future really exciting for us.
Yeah, and you mentioned the best. I mean, these are the best teams.
I mean, the way it showed it.
I mean, like when – so in the beginning, you know, year one, we had some guys talking. They're a little worried about the entry fee, right? The $1,200 entry fee, additional side pot, you're up to about $1,400 with that. But with an entry fee like that, you attract some of the best around. You know, like if you're putting up entry fee like that, you're pretty confident in you and your partner or yourself, you know, your abilities. And I think when you look at the payout that's guaranteed and versus that entry fee, man, it's like. It's easy. It's an easy decision.
It's like, no brainer.
I mean, that's me and Shane talked about it, like, hey, this is it. This is the premier team circuit. Nobody's doing more for the team tournament world than Brandon Belt Fishing. And Shane already alluded to it. Like, words out, the buzz is for real. Like, you can look on social media, Instagram, Facebook, you know, comment on some other people's tournament organizations out there, some big ones, and they're mentioning Brandon Belt Fishing. Like, hey, like. You might want to check this one out. So the buzz is for real, and it's here, man. So it's an exciting time. I think not only for y'all as an organization, obviously, but for you know, for guys like us, you know, the amateur level guys that don't fish maybe professionally, full-time professionals, or even some guys that do fish
pros that can fit them in.
Yeah, like we had Logan Parks here fishing the first one, and he qualified for the elites last year. So. I like that too. I like the fact that there's not a rule against that, right? Like,
yeah, it should
you know,
be.
Other guys have rules like that, but I like that. I think everyone who's in these tournaments likes that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think we got, you know, very serious anglers that, you know, they kind of love that competition. If it was me, you know, I'd love to come out here and say I beat the best.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and I think we got a lot of guys like that. So that's what makes it so fun. I mean, just to go out there and watch the best of the best get out there and compete and see who comes out on top. Now, it just so happens that, you know, Jason and Derek are not giving anybody else a chance on Rayburn right now, and they're talking a lot of smack when they do it. And I was talking to them Sunday, and they're like, yeah, I mean, nobody can beat us out here, man. It's unbelievable. We barely fish on this lake, and we come out here and win every single one.
Oh man,
no, they wouldn't say that, but
yeah, I couldn't see Derek saying that.
No, but they've definitely had a good run on our tournament so far, and they've done a great job. So, it's cool watching that, and it's cool watching the guys that want to come out and beat somebody like that. And really, any lake we go to are going to have guys like that.
You're going to have those guys. Exactly.
You're going to have guys like that, and you gotta put your best foot forward every time and get out there and do what you can. I mean, it's tough, but at the end of the day, that's what makes it so rewarding to me is, hey, I got out there and I beat the best,
Yeah, I think you guys did a good job with the schedule too, because you're clearly giving opportunity. I mean, obviously Rayburn is always going to be Rayburn, Toledo are going to be on the schedules. It's just two of the best lakes in Texas, and a lot of really good talent around here. But you guys did a good job with the schedule, going to some other places, which I think are going to do great. I think Cedar Creek, Conroe. We've talked about Conroe a whole bunch. I mean, that one's. I know the Conroe boys are finally yes, finally, come on,
they're
man.
licking their
Bring it
chops
over
at that
here.
one, man.
Come on, Rayburn
get
boys.
the Rayburn boys over here.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm excited about that one too. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty good tournament and a pretty good turnout over there. But yeah, just to kind of pick up some of that Houston market. And I know those guys have been, looking for something down there, and now they don't have to come all the way up to Rayburn and Toledo to, get in a tournament like that. So
right,
it's going to be fun, man.
To compete in a higher level. And I think really when you look at that schedule too, it's the time of the year y'all are going. So like this schedule, and when you look at the lakes we're going to, at the time we're going to them, it's lined up like biggins. Like this is a slugfest schedule. There's no way around it. You look at Rayburn to start the year, I didn't even expect the weights to look like that, but 35 pounds just to get paid, bro, that's catching them. You know what I mean? 47 to take the win, that's blasting them. And I don't expect Conroe to be any less. It probably will be more.
It will definitely be
on both
more.
ends of that spectrum. And Lake of the Pines in late May is going to be nasty. So it's really cool, and you get to see the versatility of these anglers. Like whoever wins Angler of the Year this year,
You're gonna earn it.
you're gonna earn it because you're gonna have to catch them in the dirt. You're gonna have to catch them offshore. You're gonna have to do a couple of different things. Maybe not. Maybe you figure out a way to do your deal all year long, but the schedule's setting up to show that the versatility of anglers, and that's really, to me, when you start talking about the best, that's what I like to see.
Yeah, I mean, the schedule's definitely a huge contributor to why you guys are drawing the numbers you are, but also the changes. That's not something. I mean, it's clear that you're not just going to sit idle and just do the same thing every year and hope it gets better. You're trying to grow and change, and like it was obvious this year with payouts. I mean, look at the AOI payout. I mean, once we saw that, I mean, that's huge. So, I mean, just to clarify the rules on that again, it's highest placing finisher in a Bass Cat.
Highest placing finisher for a Bass Cat owner who uses their boat in the tournament will get a premium Bass Cat with a 250 horsepower motor, and those are valued. I know, Ross over here at Lufkin would sell that for about $90,000. So, I mean, it's you're getting on up there with these boats, and it's, I mean, we were just talking about how to equal that type of payout, you'd have to win 2 of our tournaments. So that gives a little bit extra incentive to go out there, especially if you're Bass Cat, to do well, to do the best you can, because I mean you could walk away with $90,000. So,
yeah, and the $10,000 for the highest place finisher plus the free entries. You guys give a belt away for AOI as well, like hardware.
Yeah. So
God, I want that.
Oh, those belts are sick.
we had the belt, and we stepped up a notch on the belts this year. So last year they weren't cheap belts, but they were cheaper belts for like the regular season tournaments, and then we had a better one, a higher quality one for the championship. Well, this year we just put that higher quality one in all of ours, and I've obviously seen them, and they are sweet, man. I love it, and that's something that I think would be cool hanging up in somebody's house.
You think Derek will let me go touch it? Or
No, man, we got to get our own.
I don't think he's going to let you touch it. He doesn't think you're good enough.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said you're not good enough to even get close to it, to even look at it.
We're not closers, dude. We're not closers.
Yeah. No, I thought y'all did great this weekend. Y'all did happen to blow it, and that's not it's not a huge deal, but y'all are the first place Bass Cat the first day, and then you barely got beat by half a pound. in the overall.
Yeah.
So don't think about it too much, but don't ever do that again.
Are we making a habit of blowing day twos in your tournament? Do you remember the Grand Slam we were waiting
first
24?
one, your first Grand Slam, we were
And
third
then we
going out on
waited
the final day.
12.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all's deal is. Yeah, not closers for some reason, but maybe, I mean, just keep practicing, guys. That's what I do. If I suck at something, I practice, and hopefully I'll figure it out. But
One pump chumps, I guess.
yeah, exactly. But, and it's not something to hang your head about too much, but I'd be really upset if I was y'all.
Yes, we are very.
It's not a good trait.
No, it's something we need to work on. But luckily, you have plenty of tournaments out there for us to go fish. But Grand Slam. Let's talk about the upcoming Grand Slam. Again, more changes. I mean, so this will be your third Grand Slam?
Yeah.
So the first two, awesome. What were the numbers? Like, first one was like over 300?
Yeah,
like
first one was like 327.
327.
The second one last year was like 2 something. I can't remember exactly. We definitely went down the second year, but it was one of those years that everybody was down. So, it's we anticipated, being back up to where it was the first year, and actually we're capping it this year at 325. So, we think we'll get there. We're pretty positive we'll get there. So if you're thinking about signing up, you need to go ahead and do it, because if you wait too long, there could be a chance you're left out, and we don't want that to happen. So. But this year the first place payout is $150,000 value. We're including a boat in that, a $90,000 boat plus $60,000. So, there is a little discussion sometimes amongst teams that say, well, I might not get $90,000 for it. But I know with what we pay at the tournament, if we were to buy your boat at the tournament, you're going to make well over $100,000 anyway. So, the first place payout will be above $100,000 no matter what. And it can be up to $150,000. So, we're, instead of the boat for big bass, we're giving $10,000 to big bass. And then we'll pay out a little bit better down the line. So it's going to be a great payout. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody's had a blast, especially myself the first couple of years, in the Grand Slam, and we anticipate it being, just as fun, if not more, this year.
Who's that going to benefit this year?
So right now we've been talking to Harold's House in Lufkin.
Okay.
We went a little bit more local this year, and I think that's probably what we'll do as we expand with Grand Slams and the team series. Our charity stuff will probably benefit more local,
right?
Local charities in that area, and no matter where we go, we'll kind of pick a local charity. And help benefit them. And I think, that people can resonate with that a little bit more. They know that they're helping out in their own communities, and, it'll be a good benefit for them. And a lot of these smaller towns that we go to, if we do local charities there, they need it. They need it as much as anybody. So I know Harold's House is a great, charity around Lufkin. And there's so many to pick from, though. And it's hard to choose, because I'd like to help out every single one if I can. Maybe there's a time one day we can do that, but right now we're doing what we can on the charity side, and that's a big part of Brandon Belt Fishing, and we're excited to see what we can do.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, man. I really do.
Are you still going to do the Calcutta after day 2?
So we're not going to do the live in-person Calcutta.
Okay.
We're talking about doing something online to kind of raise some money, and get more people involved. Now, we do have plans to kind of do something in person at a later date to kind of benefit these charities. So that's in the works as well. Just don't have anything nailed down on that as of right now. So just a lot of stuff we're working on. And it just takes some time. So as soon as we get that finalized, we'll announce it.
Yeah. Oh, y'all are growing so fast, man. I can't even imagine trying to keep up with all of that. And y'all got a really good team put in place over there, Brandon Belt Fishing. That's awesome. But to go back to that first place prize in the Grand Slam, if you asked me, and Shane, hey man, would you rather have $100,000 cash or a boat paid at $90,000 plus the, what is it, 60
cash?
I'll take that option. It's a no brainer. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a premium boat too, and not that other organizations don't give away good boats by any means, but I mean, some of the other ones, you don't always win a premium. It's usually an 18-footer, 19-footer, or something like that. And those are a little harder on the resale. But when you're winning a premium boat with a 250 motor, I mean, that's what everybody wants. So I don't think resale is going to be an issue by any means.
No, yeah, it's definitely not. And, we have people on site that will buy the boat right there as soon as you get done if you choose to do that. So we kind of set it up to where it would still be like $130 plus, no matter what, $130,000 plus, but it's $150,000 is very easily doable if you choose to do it yourself. So
correct.
So on that though, is it going to be a boat or is it going to be a certificate for a boat? Do you know that?
You know, I don't know for sure, but I do know that in the past we've had the boats there.
Yeah.
Right,
We've had the boats at the tournament, so I would
Yeah.
anticipate it being the same. You know, and it's one of those things that you can. I mean, you'll have to. Typically, what happens is they have to go to the dealer and get it through the dealer because Bass Cat can't, if I understand correctly, they can't sell it to a private party from the
they got to go
from the
through
factory,
dealer.
so they have to go through the dealer.
Yeah.
You know, and
But it's not like a piece of paper saying you get a boat. It's not a certificate.
No. The actual boat is there in person, and it has been. So,
Yeah, it has been.
you know, I anticipate it being the same this year. But I think that's what's cool about it too, is that you can see and touch what you're getting right away. So it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
So moving it to March, man. I mean, what was just wanted to try a little different time, see if you can get different numbers, make it a little more everybody's game.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that was kind of the thinking going into it, and we thought we might be able to get some better numbers too, doing it in March. The weather had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I am the worst at picking tournament dates. Every year that I pick tournament dates in January/February, it has been the worst weather you can imagine. It's been like the worst cold front, you know, just storming the whole time, wind. And that's what's happened the past couple years. And then I drive across the bridge today to come over here, and it's glass out there. So I don't know why I can't pick a day to where the wind's not blowing or it's freezing rain or something like that, but that's just the way it's happened. So we moved the Grand Slam to March to kind of avoid that stuff. And it's a great time of year to be able to fish on Rayburn too. So
100%.
it's going to be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of guys that appreciate that move. No doubt. It opens it up for
Definitely, opens it up for guys. For a lot of people, I mean, big bass will probably come on a Cinco, throwing at the bank in March.
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, the day money. I know there's been some guys talk about this day money stuff. And we actually won third place day money after day one in this event, right?
I don't understand that. Why are people not signing
Like
up for the
me
day
and
money?
Shane talked about it. It's like, so you spend $1,200 on Shane was like, so you spend $1,200 on entry fee, and that's where you draw the line.
Yeah,
Like,
right
can't-
there.
Can't do 100 more a piece to go to the side.
Not doing it. Not signing up for day money. Who was ahead of us that didn't sign up
I
for
don't
day
know.
money?
There's two of them though.
Because we finished 5th after day one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so 2 people in the top 5 had not signed up for day money.
Yeah. So the day money guys, like,
Darren Taylor, if that was you, come on, man.
I don't think it was him. But the day money guys is like, it's such a cool deal that a lot of other people don't do. And I think it's so cool because, like, let's say you blow it day one, like we did on day 2. But let's say you blow it on day 1, dude. Like, you weigh in 1 bass, 2 bass, whatever. But then you go have a really good day 2. You get paid for that. Like, you get paid for having a good day in the event. That's freaking awesome, dude. Like, nobody else does that.
That's
like,
100%
thank
payback.
God it happened to me and Shane, or we'd have walked away with a goose. That's what we would have walked away with. We'd have walked away with a goose egg. So you to catch a bag like that and then get basically getting recognized for that. That's really cool.
Compensated, yeah.
Yeah, and it's an optional thing. You obviously don't have to do it. We have the vast majority of our anglers sign up for it.
Yeah.
But, we did have some issues this past time where they thought they were signed up for it and didn't sign up for it.
Really?
Yeah, so, people would sign up for the all-in package, where they end up saving close to $1,000 on the year and fishing these tournaments. But, they thought they might have been signed up for the day money and they weren't. So I know that was a little bit of an issue, but we kind of worked it out with everybody that they had a problem with it. So, but yeah, it's 100% payback. And it's one of those things that if you have a great day one day and you have a terrible day another, you still get paid. You can still walk away with your entry fee or better. Might be a little lower than that, but you're making some kind of money back.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of hedging your bet a little bit, and for something like this, I think it means a lot to the guys that they can go out there and kind of puts them at ease a little bit because it's a 2-day tournament and sometimes you have off days.
100%.
Sometimes, especially when the weather changes, which it has done every single year on Rayburn. The weather has changed from one day to the next. The day money has been huge for some people because they will absolutely kill it one day and just blow it the next. And yeah, y'all know a little bit about that, but there's a lot of other people that do the same thing, and they end up coming up with some money. So that's a cool deal for us to do.
Yeah, I really love the day money deal. I mean, you're talking about an extra 100 a piece. Like, come on, guys, let's get with it.
Shoot, I want to raise it. I'd love to raise the day money even more. I mean, yeah, you don't want to go out there and just double your entry fee doing it, but I mean, for every $100 we raise, that's just a lot more money we can give back.
It's 100% payback, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Money?
Yeah, so I think, my initial thought on that was to do it like $300, and that puts your total investment into that, or at least entry fees is at $1,500. So, but, I'm not sure, 100% sure where that mark is of where people are like, no, that's too much. I don't want to do that anymore. But, $200 has been pretty successful for us so far. So, and it's not like we're keeping that money. We're giving it all back.
100%. That's why it's awesome, man. What else you got?
Man, the future. I want to know. So you guys are constantly changing things, adapting. I know you can't. We've had some side conversations. You can't give away too much, but I mean, what are some plans? You guys are always on the move. What are the plans for the future?
Well, we got a lot of plans for the future, and a lot of that's happening this year. Some of it we can't announce yet just because we don't have it finalized. It's going to happen. We just got to get everything nailed down. But, a lot of those announcements will be coming really soon. But one thing I can say is that we are going to be expanding this year a little bit, especially when you get towards that fall period later on in the year. We'll be taking our Grand Slam somewhere else. So I think people are just gonna have to wait and see where that is. Ooh. Just stay tuned. Add a little suspense there. But it's going to be a fun lake to fish on, and it's going to be great numbers, be for a good cause. And it's going to be, very, very similar to what we've done at Rayburn with our Grand Slam. So, that's something that we're really excited about, getting in a little bit of a new market and, seeing what we can do over there. So that announcement will be coming up pretty soon as well. And I hate to kind of, say that we're doing all this stuff and then I can't give any information on it, but
that's fair.
I know this. We'll have some information on some of the stuff at the Grand Slam. So we'll be making those announcements then.
Yeah, in
a month. So there will be a lot of stuff come out. And I think it's something that, people who like Brandon Belt fishing, people who fish with us are really going to enjoy it as well. And it just creates, and some of it's just going to create a whole nother market for us that, will create more competition and better competition. So exciting for us, and I really honestly cannot wait to tell everybody about it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
2 Grand Slams in 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of where it is, me and Shane
we're going
making a little trip.
As long as you're in the lower 48, we're gonna be there.
It'll definitely be in the lower 48. It'll be in the lower 10. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be a cool deal, and I think that's something y'all really like, and anglers who are like you will love it as well.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no doubt, man. Is that a potential glimpse into the future? Like as far as expanding
the show team series?
Nationwide? Or, I mean, I know y'all have had to talk about that. Like, obviously, this isn't for sure by any of it, but just beating, just talking
hopes
about
and dreams.
Hopes and dreams.
Yeah, so my hopes and dreams from the beginning were to expand as much as possible, right? I want to take this as far as I can. I'm not going to do something that I'm going to be, coming into it. I think I'm going to be limited on, and I can't do what I want. And so my goal is to expand as much as we can, have different regions, have stuff like that, throughout Texas, throughout the United States. That's really what my goal is. There's definitely stuff that pops up along the way where you're like, okay, maybe, that's something we need to avoid. And that might happen, but as of right now, my goal is to continue to expand. But I first I needed to make sure that, we needed to prove the concept a little bit. And, it looks as of right now that we're doing that. So, right. If we keep doing that, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep, expanding. I'll try to expand the payouts. I'll try to expand, the geography, everything like that. That's my goal. So it makes it really exciting for us. But yeah, I think big picture, we want to do different places. We want to take this to a bunch of different people, as many people as possible, And I can't tell you how many messages and comments we get all the time of, I wish we had something like this in, Florida or South Carolina or California or Alabama or wherever it may be. People want this stuff. I mean, and so, we were talking earlier about, the buzz is getting out about Brandon Belt fishing. Well, I've kind of learned too that way less people know about your stuff than you realize. So we got to continue to just get the word out as much as possible. And the best way to do that sometimes is just having tournaments somewhere, and they may not know about it before, but eventually they catch wind of it through just word of mouth, through our social media, through marketing, and they want to be a part of it. So we made a big jump this year so far, and we just want to keep that going.
Yeah, man, I could see it, I could see the potential there with your, once you got your entire business model figured out there, if you were to pursue like a national deal.
Well, I could see like a regional deal with a national championship.
Or like a national team, whatever the case may be, but it's a good time for this to come into this sport. Like, there's some major organizations struggling, and like there is going to eventually be, as an angler, I already know, because as someone like me and Shane who already weighs their options, right? When you look out
every year,
you look out across the fishing world, right?
Yeah,
and you weigh in your options. There's going to be some stuff eventually happen in the coming years where there's going to be anglers looking for a home, and the potential I think could be there, with this.
So I want to go down this rabbit hole for a second. What about professional level team tournaments? Why has that never been a thing? If you look at
it hasn't.
The majority of tournament anglers, consumers in the sport of bass fishing, fish team events. Not that everybody fishes tournaments, but there are more team tournament fishermen than there are professional
100%.
individual.
100%.
Think about how much more entertaining it is. We are hilarious. At least I think we are on the boat together.
Well,
like that's
we're idiots.
But what I'm getting at is maybe those are good. And he's probably already way ahead of us. He's like 10 steps ahead of us on this. But why isn't there a professional level team circuit? Like, imagine if the show team series that you got going on now, let's say you have regions. You have the Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana region. Then you have a eastern region, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, all that. You have these regions, and those are qualifiers to a pro team circuit.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, this is something that we have thought about before, and it's something that I would say is on our minds a lot. The only thing that keeps us from doing that is just building what we have right now, obviously.
Right.
And,
yeah.
You got to get to that point. Mm-hmm. But, I think, if we continue just to do right by the anglers, then our stuff will continue to grow. And with, just the plan that we have, I think if we can execute that the way we think we can, we'll be able to get there at some point. And, just like I would do for the amateur guys and the guaranteed payouts, I'd want to make sure that I can do that at the pro level as well. So, and if I do it, I want to, just this way, I want to do more than everybody else, right? I don't want to necessarily go somewhere and compete with somebody. I want to create the competition, and I want to force somebody to move up to our level, and that's how, to me, one of the goals when I came into this was to change the game a little bit. So that's one way I can do that, is just by raising the bar. And, I think it doesn't happen sometimes is just because it is a risk. It's a risk, and you got to be willing to take it. And I'm willing to take risk, and fortunately through baseball, I can afford to take risks sometimes. But a lot of I don't want to say a lot, but some team trails, and I'm not knocking these team trails at all. They're making money, they're doing good stuff. I have nothing against making money. But sometimes you can get a little bit complacent, and that happens to everybody. And you got to remember what you're doing this for. And for us, it's to treat the angler right, to do right by them, to give them a chance to make more money because of all the money they put into it. And to treat them like, I wanted to treat them like big leaguers, right? I wanted to treat them, like they're doing something special, because they really are. And, it's been a great experience for me. And I think if we continue to do this, stick to this plan, we'll be able to do stuff like that in the future.
Yeah. I mean,
but you see what I'm saying? Like, imagine a $10,000 team entry fee. Because let's take an Elite Series or BPT, for example. It's $5,000.
Is nuts.
But it's $5,000 per individual.
I'm just saying, like, maybe if you just took the same exact entry fee they already paid.
No. No. Like you said, we're moving the bar up. You're already paying $5,000 to go fish the elites or 5,500 BPTs. So if we're paying 50, let's say you go to BPT, I go to elites, whatever, right? That's $5,000, 5,500 a pop anyway.
Yeah.
What if we combine that, put that in a pot, and you got 100 teams that pay $10,000? That's $1 million right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if we charge $10,000 for a tournament, the payout would be outrageous.
That's what
I mean, it would be outrageous. And
like 250 G's for first place?
I mean, it's going to be a lot. I don't know. I mean, I had to sit down and think about that.
That's 25% of $1 million, so it's,
I'm just saying, let's think about this from an entertainment aspect. Could you imagine watching a team tournament?
Way more entertaining.
From a live, dude, that's legit. And you can almost, that NASCAR mold that everybody talks about in fishing would almost fit better there. Like as far as a team getting sponsored, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how NASCAR, how they do it, how NASCAR does that?
You have like teams.
Right. That would be, I think, a more appealing.
Well, now you have two guys to go to a sponsor. When you could pick up the non-endemics again.
We're Team Juice.
Yeah. Which doesn't have a single sponsor on the show. But
no, we don't.
But y'all already have a thing going too. Team Juice. We show up the first day and kill it. Second day,
yeah.
That's our thing. That's what Team Juice does.
Put all your sponsor dollars, on day one.
Day one. No, that's what I'm saying. What you're getting at is 100% right. Think about the non-endemics. Like now you're going to pick up two personalities instead of one, right? How do you pick 100%. Between one guy?
And think about traveling the nation. You're splitting costs with your buddy instead of paying it all yourself.
100 teams, $10,000 a pop.
It's easier to travel on the road together. It's more fun. You're not traveling alone.
I bet you guys would legitimately bail on other circuits. And that's not necessarily what I'm saying is the goal is to get them to bail on the elites and BPT.
Oh, that's the goal.
Always.
Well, even at $5,000, what they pay now, I still believe.
No, we're going high.
I like that.
I mean, yeah.
I love that. I'm just saying in the scenario that it's the same, I still think I could pay out more. So, that's my goal. I mean, I want to. That's what I want to do. Nuts. We all have goals and dreams, like you said, and that's one of them.
Man. I just look at it because, I know Shane's fished the Opens and I fished Invitationals this year, and I think about all, that feeling of, by yourself or that lonely feeling, that would all go away. And I'm not saying, that's been a part of it.
Are you lonely?
I get a little lonely.
Oh, I do. 100% at times.
Lonely. Shoot, I like being alone sometimes.
Anyways,
yeah, I
could see that being just so entertaining for guys, man. It would bring a whole new world to bass fishing. It really would. It'd be all new. It'd be awesome.
Don't steal that idea. He's got it.
Ain't nobody out there that has the balls to do that. So
he's got them.
Hey, if you do, more power to you, man. Like I said, one of my goals is to, see the game change a little bit, and if somebody else is willing to do that, that's great. That's still getting the job done. But it's something I'm willing to do as well once we get to that point. But my main goal right now is no, I understand. My main goal though is to make sure the show team series flourishes, you know, and that we can expand that because I love that. I love that part of it. I just love that competition. Of giving these guys who put in all this money a chance to win it back, and the same goes for the pro guys too. I'd love to be able to give them something extra to look at. So we'll see what happens. It's exciting. It can be an exciting future, that's for sure.
Just thinking about that,
I know, dude. You see that's what I said. It's a rabbit hole.
It's a rabbit hole. Dude.
Anyway, I've thought about it a bunch.
I mean, how far do we want to go?
I don't know, but that
I just want you to build it next year. Is what I want you to do.
Let's just do an all-star level. You got to put in $20,000. Win $1 million first place.
Holy! You have 5 teams in that job.
All right, I want to know though in the comments. I want to hear what people think about this because I think it is a great idea. But I mean, like you said, $20,000. $20,000.
You would
5 tournaments. You don't do a 9-tournament series because nobody can afford.
You would see some freaking super teams put together. Dude.
What?
Some freaking Team Juice, for example.
I mean, yeah.
I'd love to see though these. I'd love to see these guys and I don't know exactly what the plan is for this right now, but to see these guys basically make salary every year to where they're guaranteed so much money. And if you can get to that point in fishing, then you've absolutely done something. And
100%, dude.
because a lot of these guys are just they're paying to fish all the time, and they're not getting a chance to make any money out of it. So even some of the, well, I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a lot of pro guys that put in a lot of money every year and to kind of go fish their dream, and they're not getting a whole lot out of it. And that's just the way the industry is right now, and nobody's really kind of figured out that plan yet to make it to where these anglers can make guaranteed money no matter what over the entire season.
I can see, yeah. So Bassmaster and MLF has created a way to make these guys like rock stars, right? Like that's how they sell it. Like, I want to watch this dude, So if you figure out how to sell these teams, like these dudes are rock stars, right? Like these dudes are the guys to what. I think that would be the biggest hurdle. Would you not agree? Like, because I think that's what engages.
Building a platform for them to showcase, or what do you mean?
I mean, like when you tune into Bassmaster, when you tune into MLF, you tune in to see the rock stars, like the KVDs.
You do a $20,000 entry fee, and there's $1 million.
Oh, they're gonna come watch.
They're gonna come watch. People are gonna come watch. I don't care if Bubba that nobody's ever heard of is in contention to win. People are gonna watch that dude.
Yeah, you're right.
This dude's about to freak out.
Well, maybe Brandon Fishing is creating rock stars.
They are, man. They're building. Look at
Hey, we're trying to. That'd be pretty sweet. But maybe that's the key. Maybe the key is just something completely outrageous that like if somebody can win $1 million fishing in a tournament, then obviously that's something that interests people to watch, and that obviously brings in more money, brings in more sponsors, more eyes getting on sponsors' product. That might be the key. Who knows? But you kind of have to take some risks to get there and see what happens.
No doubt, dude.
Dude, they'd bring KVD out of retirement. You put that on. I'm serious. Who would be your while we're down this rabbit hole? Who do you think would be a dream team? Like any name in the sport.
Shoot, I don't know, man. I hate to say stuff like this because if I end up doing it and it doesn't happen, then I look like an idiot. So I just let everybody else look like idiots, and I just kind of sit back and watch.
Pick, like, who would be a super team in that event? In this hypothetical world where you have a $20,000 entry fee, $1 million first place, who is the dream team?
You tell me.
KVD.
You think KVD?
Oof.
I would go somebody like Wheeler and Connell.
Oh gosh, I didn't even think about them. No, they wouldn't do it in a 5-fish format. We're not doing the every fish count thing. It's
Jacob Wheeler, bro.
I don't care, man. I'm not saying I'm not a Jacob Wheeler fan. The dude's a hammer. Don't get me wrong. Don't come attack me on the social media.
The dream team, honestly, I think the team that would end up doing well would be two guys that nobody knows.
It's hard, dude. You take some egos. It's hard to combine them.
Mm-hmm. You're right. They're not used to that. Those guys that fish by themselves for so long.
And that's kind of an aspect I hadn't thought about. But yeah, it's just like any sport. In baseball, if you can put all the best players on one team, but if they can't, if they can't gel as teammates and in the clubhouse, you got problems.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ego in that clubhouse and it creates a lot of problems. It's hard to win like that.
You think that's the Cowboys' problem, or
who knows? I'm not going to say anything too bad about my Cowboys, but
we're like the Cowboys, dude.
There's a lot of personalities
go to the playoffs and then
you are, dude. I didn't even think about that, but yes, that is what y'all do. And it's unbelievable. But I appreciate it because it makes me laugh a little bit.
If we're the Cowboys, I'm at least CeeDee Lamb.
That's true.
I'm damn sure not Dak
You're
Prescott.
Dak. You got to be Dak.
I'm not.
Who's carrying the team?
Wyatt carried us in this one, but he's also a boat hog. You fished with him.
Oh, I know. He's a spot hog too, man. He don't want to show you his spots. Like he'll take me out just to go catch a big fish. We'll catch like 2 fish all day. No, he actually put me on
rough days.
He put me on. Yeah, I've told you, dude. I'm the worst at picking days to fish. But no, last time we went, you did a good one.
You got a big one.
I caught a good one, man. I was pumped. Yeah, I was pumped about that.
That was also not an easy day, though.
No, it wasn't. We were grinding. But then I'll look on Facebook and stuff at all y'all's pictures, and you got like 3 times a week, you got people catching 20-pounders out there. I'm like, this is unbelievable. I'm gonna start paying you more when we go out.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Oh, he's I could see some pretty cool teams getting combined. So I just, like I said, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and hurry up and do the show and expand the well, let's get this thing going.
I'll try to speed it up a little bit.
How we're gonna raise $20,000 per tournament? I have no idea why it's better at that.
But 20 grand is out. I don't know, bro.
Well, we
For
have
$1 million bucks.
Yeah, we have
$5 grand a team is realistic, and I think we could do that.
I'll take a home equity loan out to go do that. I'm just telling you right now.
Well, with the Fishing Chaos stuff now, I was kind of talking to y'all about that before we started, and they just have this new feature called Go Live, and where any of these pro guys or anybody that has Fishing Chaos, the app will be able to go live on their phone, and people will be able to watch them on their boat from their phone, unedited, unencumbered, be able to see everything that's going on behind the scenes, and it's going to be a pretty cool deal. So, that's one way for people to gain access to the guys they really want to watch. They don't have to wait for it to come on TV and then hope that when they're on TV that they show their favorite person. Now they can just click on a link and it takes them to watch their favorite person
Watch
online.
that person.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's cool. So you can choose who you watch in theory.
Yeah, exactly. You can choose who you watch. If they're live, you can click on their name and you can go watch what they're doing on the boat at that specific time. So that's the cool thing to me is it is like a behind the scenes thing. It's like anybody, you can go on YouTube after the fact or during TV and you can watch some of the highlights of what's going on for the most part, but you're not gonna be able to see guys who, what happens when they're struggling, how they make adjustments.
Yeah, unedited
what they're
raw.
doing. Yeah, what they're doing to make
on.
adjustments and catch fish. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe some of the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour guys should have found out about that so they could actually
Alton Jones is on. He's got his GoPro going live on his Facebook right now.
Man,
so
that
you can watch him live.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Do you know that BPT's out on Sleep Bend the first 2 days? They're not even doing live.
Really?
They caught a freaking 11-pounder yesterday, 8-pounders yesterday. Like they're thrashing them. 3 dudes had over 80 pounds. Nobody can see it.
Nobody can watch.
Well,
it.
I'm not sure how they're doing that. But stuff costs a lot of money. But if you don't want to, but if you want to make it back, you got to get it out there. As a business, you got to show people what they want at the very least. So if that's the route they want to take, then it seems like it'd be better going all in on that and just showing as much as you can, or just taking it away completely, and then you don't have any.
And you cut costs completely.
Then you cut costs completely. But like I said, I don't know what their scenario is. They might have something else going on.
The problem with that is they don't have weigh-ins, so they already don't have fans at weigh-ins. So if you don't have live,
then what is your whole deal?
Are the anglers just are they? They're just out there. You know what I mean? Like how do you justify that to a sponsor? Well, like as an angler, it's like, well, we didn't go live, so they didn't see any of your products or logos on my jersey or boat.
We didn't have a platform to promote your sponsors.
We don't have a weigh-in, so no, I didn't get to interact with fans.
Yeah, it's.
That's like having a baseball game and nobody's there.
In my mind, though,
no live.
We use them, so I'm a little biased, but in my mind, that's how Fishing Chaos will change the game. Mm-hmm. I mean, I really think they will, because it's not money spent on media and stuff like that. And that's money you can use other places to make your tournaments better. But and then they're able to get on the Fishing Chaos, go live, and then a lot of sponsors are doing that now. They're going to they're going to Fishing Chaos because they get the data. They see how many page views that these guys are getting, or views on their videos that these guys are getting, and that's how they're getting paid for it. So, now it doesn't have to be just like a YouTube video after the fact. It's an edited YouTube video. You got to wait a few weeks for. It's just right there at your fingertips at all times.
Mm. Yeah. Well, are you willing to talk anything baseball?
Yeah, we can talk a little baseball if y'all want.
I mean,
I'm just kind of waiting
to have you here.
You waiting?
I'm waiting right now. I mean, my plan is to play this year.
All right. I guess that was my biggest question.
Yeah, my plan is to play. However,
is that mostly because you need to finance your fishing habit?
Yeah, probably. That's probably what I'm doing. No, I just, there's a few more personal goals. I really want to win another World Series too. I mean, when I first came up, I won 2 in the first 3 years, first 4 years or whatever, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, this is going to happen all the time. I'm just going to go to the World Series every other year for the rest of my career. And then I figured out real quickly it doesn't happen like that, and it's tough. So, but it made me get the itch even more, and so I'd love to be able to do that. There's just some personal goals, and I had a good season last year, so it's hard to quit doing that when you can still compete at the highest level. And my family's all in on it, and that was a big question for me was, how's my family going to feel about it? Well, we've talked a lot, and that's, we're all good with it. So I'd like to go back and play another year. The problem is it's just everything's moving so slow right now. By this time last year, pretty much every free agent had signed, and you still have, 5, 6 long-term guys still out there. And usually those are the first ones to go. For the most part, and then you get the smaller 1-year deals, 2-year deals, which is the category I'd fall into. I'm going on a year-by-year basis right now, so kind of just waiting on some dominoes to fall and see what happens.
Gotcha.
I kind of thought in my mind it would be a little bit easier this year because last year I was coming off an injury, and I thought I was going to have to convince some teams to really take a chance on me. And fortunately, one did. We were talking to a few teams last year, but one really took a chance, and I did well. So, in my mind, it's going to be a little bit easier, but everything's just moving so slow. It's just taking forever. So, I may be around for Conroe. Who knows? And if that's the case, that'd be great too. I'd love to go out there and be able to go to a couple tournaments in the season.
Got you.
Yeah, I was just curious if you were going to play again. How many home runs did you hit last year?
I hit 19,
Ooh.
And I had about 400 something plate appearances. I missed about a month the last part of the season. I came back the last couple of weeks, but I missed about a month there later in the season. That kept me from getting to 500 plate appearances.
Yeah.
That's your back.
And if I'd have got to 500, I'd have probably hit 80 home runs. So that's what I'm telling everybody. I was on that pace. No, but
I saw that.
No, I was, for me, doubles are a huge part of my game. That's a lot of power numbers for me, and I was able to get a lot of those, a lot of extra base hits. Man, that's what I thrive. That's what I thrive on is getting those extra base hits, getting on base. So I was able to do that last year, and I know that's what a lot of teams really value. So, I think I'll have a suitor out there. We'll just have to wait and see.
There you go, man. Well, we'll be watching.
It'd be awesome to see you play in Texas. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's.
Because either team is freaking hammer, son.
I know. They've definitely Texans have been spoiled the past couple of years. So no, that is. It's home for me, and if that happens, great. If not, it's still baseball, and I get to go somewhere and play for another year.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
I'll be happy either way.
Heck yeah, man. Who is somebody that Brandon? What was the question yesterday on YouTube again when we went live from Cali about the guest that we could get on? That's like.
Oh yeah, like who could you help us get baseball that's like a bass fisherman?
We have a couple that come to our tournaments. Who do we have this year? We had I think Adam was there. Yeah, Adam Dunn.
Yeah.
He would come on.
Josh Beckett was there. That was, kind of a cool deal for me.
Yeah.
I faced him a few times when he was with the Dodgers.
Did he play at Hudson?
Josh Beckett? No,
Where did he come up?
He's from Spring, I think.
Okay, I got you.
I think he's from Spring, but he had a very long, very successful career.
Yeah.
But he, back when he was with when he went with the Marlins back in the day, he won a World Series with them. But he was the guy, man. He was the man in Major League Baseball as far as pitchers went for a few years. So that was a cool one to have. Cool. Jace Peterson, y'all might not know. But he was with the Diamondbacks this last year, but he's going back with the Diamondbacks again this year. He was there, so we get some ball players that like to come out. I know there's even more that love to fish. So
yeah, no, we had a question last night on live on if we could have any guests, who would it be? And then obviously Deion Sanders is somebody we have to go. If you got any connections there, we'd appreciate that.
I've tried that. I've tried that road, and it's a dead end right now.
Yeah,
so
Brian
I'm still working on it. Yeah,
either.
exactly. I think that was my go-to guy. I was like, hey, B-Rob, come on, man.
Yeah,
you got to do something.
You played football.
You got to do something.
He probably
He's in the league for 11 years.
That well, though.
I'm sure Deion knows who he is.
Randy Moss, another big
guy.
We
talked about Randy.
That'd be sweet. I was watching Family Feud one night with Steve Harvey, and he was talking about how he loves the bass fish.
Yes, he posts some pictures. Yep,
that'd be cool.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, if you know the Rock, that'd be awesome.
I don't know if my connections are that deep, but
does Nelly not know the Rock? I mean, you and Nelly are tight, aren't you?
Nelly's my best friend. He might. I feel like they all know each other out there in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if y'all get one of those guys to come back. I'm coming.
You're coming?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if you can make it happen, you can join. Obviously,
I'm just going to talk crap the whole time, though.
That's fine.
I'm better than them at sports and fishing.
I would love to have an episode of you talking crap to The Rock. That'd be awesome.
We'll have a wrestling match. I think I can.
I'd like to just meet him in person, just see how big that sun gun is.
I think I can take him.
I think I could take him.
We'll have an arm wrestling match or something. Put it on the podcast.
Yeah. We could. We'll put it on YouTube Shorts. That's a big thing now. I don't think it'll last.
Yeah, no, that is a thing. I got to keep my kids off of it.
Yeah,
y'all ever been on that?
What?
You start out on like Blue's Clues or something. You end up on like strippers eventually. I'm like, that gum, dude. What's going on YouTube?
I know. Brooks watches it on his phone, YouTube Shorts, and he'll be clicking. The next thing I know, I hear something like, "Whoa, turn that off."
Exactly.
Dude,
Yeah,
doing?
you gotta monitor. It's straight YouTube kids from now on, but they like the shorts. Everybody, because I think a lot of it is just because you just keep scrolling, and it's just like nobody has a long attention span anymore.
No, that's literally, we've been brainwashed into, we need to absorb so much content so fast.
Yeah.
That's why short
content
Instagram Reels
is trending.
That stuff like that. That's the new deal.
That's all people want to see. They don't have to.
Well, even
pay
this,
attention.
I mean, that's an hour long. The average person watches about 20 minutes.
I mean, have y'all found that in fishing too? Like, if you do like a YouTube video or something, do you try to keep it under a certain amount of time? Because people just, after a while, they're just like, all right, this is enough.
Yeah,
I
need something else. You got to keep them.
I think, right now it seems like, I think the shorter the better, but it feels like if you go over like 15 minutes,
Short form media is where it's at right now.
You go over 15 minutes, it's like, even for me, I'm like, all right, I'm over it.
Finally, shorter is better, is what you're saying.
Yeah, finally, for some things. Some things. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Well. All right, kids.
How long is this episode?
We're at 50 minutes.
Awesome.
That's too long.
Oh, that's short for us.
Should have kept it to 15 minutes.
That's short. No. But see, it always takes a little time to get a little rhythm going. It seems like the last half is always a little better. So we appreciate those of you that are still watching.
Yeah, what did we start out talking about today?
I don't know.
It was pretty serious. We were pretty like...
Oh, the Brandon...
the fishing, how we suck.
We ended up talking about strippers and
with strippers
and length of certain things.
Yes. Yep.
Is this a family show?
When I upload, I select not for kids.
Does it really let you do that?
Yeah. Because I think if you select yes,
we're really
it'll put
not
on YouTube
that bad
Kids.
though.
No.
I think we're pretty.
There's a little adult humor in there. Nothing too bad.
Yeah.
Nothing too bad.
Is that all y'all got?
Man, that's all I got. But like I said, so what do we accomplish? You're gonna work on that Team Pro Series and
20
then
grand.
Yeah, and then Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. All right.
Before we go,
let's work on Deion Sanders or Randy Moss. I think we can make it happen.
Yeah, dude, Deion would be huge.
Before we go, we've been in a few shows like this. We can get Brandon's. If you only had one bait to fish the rest of your life, what would it be?
I mean, my favorite would probably be a frog. Yeah. If not, if I just had to pick something that I just throw out there, I'd probably pick like you know what I'd pick? I'd pick a crossbait sicko, which is a 5-inch worm.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't pick the Cinco. I'd pick the sicko.
Okay.
You know why? Because we got balls, and I mean that literally. We have a little ball in the end of our worm, and that when we put it in that,
it's like a straight tail worm with a ball.
Yeah, it's just got a small little tiny ball, and what it does is when we drop it down in like the aquarium or something to see what happens, that thing is just, it's just waving at the fish. Tell them, come over, come get me.
Come eat
so I've had a lot of success on that.
Nice.
And
crossbait sicko.
Yeah, that's what I'd use.
That's it, guys.
Before we go, the hat giveaway. I know we talked about last night, but I just want to remember that. Hellabass, Justin W., and Cody Clark. I know Cody. I'll call
Cody. Yeah. Do they need to send you like?
I guess they're gonna have to message us on Instagram or something.
Well, what is that for?
We gave away
last night. We
gave
away
away
3 hats.
Some hats. Yeah.
Because we're big time now. We got over 1,000 subs and all. So.
I'd probably give some away.
You want to
I
throw
don't
in?
know. I'll throw in a bat.
Oh.
Y'all can do that whenever y'all want, though.
All right. We might do that.
We might give y'all a bat.
We're going to have to come up what's the best way to do that.
Yeah, because that's kind of a big gift.
I'll sign it if they want to. Or if not, they can use it to play in the backyard with.
No, they want to sign for sure. Well,
that'll work, guys. Till next time.
Appreciate it.